What's up, guys? Hey, we got another car today, another video. So this is a '06 Dodge Nitro, and the customer is saying that it's not getting heat. But before I do anything, let me close the door, because if I don't close it, the dog is gonna get out, and I don't want to be chasing it. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump in it. I also got my infrared thermometer, I guess. Go ahead and put the key in the ignition, start the engine, and check the temperature. Okay, so we're gonna probably put all the way on high. Now, he just dropped it off, so it don't need to be run because the temperature is already where it's supposed to be at. So this is on call right now. Push it in for the AC. See what it says. 73 degrees. Now let's change it. Turn it off. Oh, let's put it for the vent. Okay, now let's check it. Let me see. There you go. Now let's check it. So it's 70 degrees right now. Going down 65, 64, 63. So that means that his AC is working. Trust me, when I say it's working, it's because it is working. Because now I'm starting to get cold now. Now putting it on the heat. It's supposed to be coming out hot air right now. But to me, don't feel like hot air. Still cold. So, what do we have to check? Customer said that he replaced the head unit. I think that's what it's called. He replaced it, took it to a dealer, I think, and still not working. So now the next thing that we're gonna check, we got 3 more options. Well, this is one of the options, or 4 options, but you know, taking this out, that leaves us to 3 options more. The second option will be checking the blower motor over there. Now, if we get an air, that's because his blower motor, it is working over there. Then, so that's a good thing. You know, we don't have to worry about the blower motor. Now, we down to 2 options now. 2 options gonna be flushing the heater core, which is gonna be underneath the engine. So we have to go underneath the hood. We have to open the hood and check the hoses. Now, what exactly are we checking for? What we actually checking for is the hoses. One of them, you know, both of them, they're supposed to be hot. Okay. So both of them, they're supposed to be hot, which is this one right here. This is hot. This is not hot. Let me get the thermometer so you guys can also see and be my witness. Thermometer. I don't know if I should close the door or not, because I don't know if it's gonna lock on me. So just leave it open. Walk out to the car. You see my thermometer. Thermometer. Aim the laser over there. 156 in the max. 124. 156. Yeah, that's about right. Now, check the other hose. 118, 17. Now, this hose is actually not hot compared to the second one. You see the difference? Now the numbers jump. So, he might have a clogged heater core. But what we're gonna do right now, we're gonna flush it out. But before we flush it out, I'm gonna show you what else to check for. So, the next thing that you guys are gonna be looking at is gonna be, okay, this is inside of the car, the interior. If you go down, you're gonna see that part over there. That's where the door actuator, it actually opens and closes. Now, if you guys go over here to where you got the head unit, what you guys got to do is go ahead and go where you got the hot and the cold. You know, you guys gonna have to flip that. Right now, I got it on the heat, so let's go ahead and flip it to the cold side, and that door's supposed to open. Well, go to the cold side. You seen it? So that means the door actuator is working. Now let's go ahead and turn it back to the hot. There you go. Went to the hot air. So now let's close it back to the cold. And it closed it. Hot. Open. So it is working. So now, what do we have to do? What we're gonna do right now, we're just gonna go ahead and flush the heater cord. So let's go ahead and stick with me, and let's go ahead and learn how to flush the heater cord. To flush the heater cord, we have to disconnect those hoses, the heater cord hoses. As you guys can see, we got a clamp over there and a clamp over there. Now, some people what they like to do is they don't like taking the heater cord hoses from over there, because most of the times when they take it off, some of the heater cords, they got like a little plastic tube in there where the heater cord hose goes into, and a lot of the times, you know, they end up breaking it. But in this case, I have really no other option than for me to take it off from over there. Plus, I believe that's the appropriate way, you know, to flush it out. Now, what other people do, they follow that hose, follow it, go underneath the intake, well, the air filter housing, and it goes down, and I don't know if you guys can probably tell, goes more down, and oh, there you go. That's where the heater core hoses goes to. It goes back to the water pump. But we are not gonna go all the way down there. So we're just gonna go back up here, go back, and we're going over there. So we are gonna be taking those clamps off, take the other one off too on this side, remove them out, and they also sell a tool, you know, in the auto parts store to flush it out. It's almost like a clear hose for you to flush it out, so you don't make all that mess around here. Sorry, my phone actually stopped working because, you know, my memory, it was actually full already, so I had to go back and erase some videos. But yeah, once you guys get a needle nose pliers and take the clamps off, slide them out, and then twist the hose and then pull it out at the same time. Once you guys got it out, what you guys got to do is you got to find out which one is the inner and which one is the outer one. So we're gonna look that up on the internet maybe. But once you guys get it out and figure which one is the outer one, we're gonna put the water hose, this one, the one I got in my house right here. Gotta go get it. We're gonna bring it up here, and we're gonna put that hose where the outer one is, so that whatever it's in the inside, you can flush it out where the inner one goes. So let's go ahead and take this out first. So now that we got the needle nose pliers, we're gonna go over here, squeeze it, and pull it out. Oh, slide the clamp back out. Oh, I guess the heater cord was coming out with it too. We got one out, and we got another one to go. I'm actually looking at my camera too at the same time. Got it out. The one on the right, it was already loose. Gonna pull it out. Sit it on the side. Then do the same thing to the other one. Pull it out and sit it on the side. Just move it out of the way, I guess. So now that we got them out, we're gonna go get the water hose. Okay, since I don't have a hose, so I can run over there and try to avoid the mess that is gonna be coming out, I just stick a piece of plywood in front of it so the water that is gonna come out, it doesn't go over there where the coils are. So get your water hose. Now when you guys do this, you guys want to make sure that there's not too much pressure coming out of the water hose. You just gotta open it just a little. And then the hose in the right, that was the one hot. The hose in the left, that was the one cold. So we're gonna first start with the one in the left. So whatever is on the inside, it can actually flush it out towards the hose of the right. And then we're gonna switch it. So get your water hose, put it right there. Until you guys start seeing clear water. Okay, so it goes clear water, and then do the same thing for the right so it can come out on the left. Okay, so repeat the step over and over. And we're gonna be doing it for the last time, just one more time. Clean water. Clean water. So that's probably an easy way for you guys to flush it out. So now what we gotta do is go ahead and put the heater core hoses back. But before you guys put it back, you got water on the heater core now, and that's not good. So now what we have to do is run a hose over there. Do the same thing that you guys just did with the water hose. You know, you got water on the inside, but instead of you having water in the heater core, you want antifreeze to be in there. So now we're gonna go find a hose, which is gonna be, I'm gonna have a hard time looking for one because I looked almost everywhere and I could not find not even a little tiny piece. Once you guys find it, stick it on one of them. You know, I'll probably say stick it on the one on the left and keep adding antifreeze to the hose until you start seeing antifreeze coming out of the other side. Then once you guys start seeing antifreeze coming out in the other side, then that's when you guys can actually put the heater core hoses back in. So I wasn't able to find no hose. I was actually looking for another garden hose, you know, so I can cut it. But yeah, the ones we have, you know, they all work, and I don't want to cut them. So instead, what I did, I walked out there to my car, and I got the hose for my K&N, the one that runs from air filter housing back to the PCB valve. So since this one is actually a little bit too small and it don't go in there, we're gonna be using a different hose. So this hose, we're gonna stick this in the other end. Just like that. And then we're gonna be using this side and stick it over there. And then using the other side, we're gonna be probably using the funnel, and we're gonna be grabbing antifreeze and start pouring on it until we see a little bit of antifreeze over there coming out. Now, you might gonna have to help it if you guys have like a pump, so you can actually pump it instead of you guys putting your mouth in the hose. So it'll actually be better for you guys. But I mean, I don't have no pump, so I'm gonna have to, you know, blow in the hose so I can get some antifreeze coming out in the other side. So I went and got the funnel, just a little tiny one. It barely fits in here, so that's even perfect. There you go. And we're gonna start pouring antifreeze. Oh, never mind. Never mind. I have to push it more. I guess it's not gonna work. So as you guys can see, we get antifreeze in there. So now we have to raise the hose up, let the antifreeze go down, and then do the same thing over and over. So that seems like antifreeze to me now. So let's go ahead and zoom in so you guys can actually see. Guess the camera is not catching up too well. But that is antifreeze coming out now. So what we're gonna do now is remove the funnel, throw it somewhere where you guys don't need it, pull the hose out too, and throw it somewhere else where you guys don't need it either. Get the heater core hoses back, put the hoses where it belongs, where they go. Get the other one, slide it back in. Get your needle nose pliers, squeeze the clamp, and slide it back in also. It's not gonna wanna go back in now. It's like, no, I don't wanna go in there. I've been there for too many years. Make sure the heater hose is all the way back in. And then do the same thing to the other one. Okay, so now that we got the heater core hoses back in, we're gonna go to the car, start it up, leave it running, put the heat on, and we're gonna go back over there to the hood, open the radiator cap, put it where where it's actually blowing to the front vents. Roll the window down just in case. We don't know what might happen. Close the door. Walk up over here. Open this up. There's some antifreeze in there, but it's actually low. And then also another thing is like you guys gonna have to make sure that it's not leaking. Steam coming out, that's actually the antifreeze and the water that I spilled on the intake and the exhaust and everything, you know. So that's right why it's doing that. So we're gonna leave it running, fill this up, and then of course we're gonna have to bleed it because there's gonna be air in the system and we don't want that. So how do you bleed the air out? You come over on the driver's side and you see that you gotta go get a hexagon key on it, or L key, I think that's what people call it, I don't know, and loosen that up until you start seeing antifreeze, like solid antifreeze coming out. So you're gonna go get yourself some of this. You get the right one, which is 5/16. You're gonna break that loose until you guys start seeing antifreeze coming out. Now at first it might be like just bubbles, but then it's gonna get to the point where there's just gonna be antifreeze. So it's just antifreeze right now. We want the air, all the air to come out. No, it's not grabbing it no more. Grab it. Oh, that thing is hot. I guess we could just slide it up. Moving out the way. Move it in there. Put some more antifreeze because it's actually getting low. You see how it started coming out as I'm adding antifreeze? Just keep doing it for like about maybe 10 seconds, I guess. Once you guys get it done, get this back in there and close it. Go back out here and fill it up again. Now don't tight this all the way because you might come back. So just make sure that it's not cracked open because it might still be leaking. So now what we're gonna do, we're gonna walk out there to the inside of the car. We gotta close the radiator cap back in, just close it. Got the radiator cap back in, still not leaking. Got the put back on. Take the thermometer so we can read the temperature. does feels a little bit warm, but it's still not that hot. 95 degrees. So we're gonna help it out by giving it some gas. Make it go up to like maybe 2,000. And there you go, it's 100% now. So now we're gonna let it sit there. As you guys can see, I'm still holding it. The laser's still over there. So you guys can actually see that it's remaining steady right now. A little bit of steam coming out. You see over there? Getting tired. Still in the 90s. So leave the truck running for about a few more minutes and see what happens next. I actually went underneath the car too. And you guys see that over there? That's another bleeder valve attached to the thermostat housing. So let's go get that too and break that loose too. The antifreeze is hot. So now that you guys got that back and tight, make sure it's not leaking. By the way, the car was running the whole time. We're gonna go outside. See what the temperature is. Still in the middle. How am I gonna feel the air if I got gloves with it? Still feel like warm. It's not hot, but it's warm.